Marcus Chen sat in the dark room and stared at his hands. They were shaking again. The pain in his chest was getting worse every day. "How much time do I have left?" he asked. The old woman across from him did not smile. Her name was Dr. Wu, and she was the only person who understood his condition. 3 years ago, she had saved his life with an ancient healing method, but that method came with a terrible price. 30 days, Dr. Wu said quietly. Maybe less. The spell I used to save you is failing. Your heart cannot survive much longer without help. Marcus closed his eyes. He was only 28 years old. He had built a successful business. He had money and power, but none of that mattered now. "Is there any way to fix this?" he asked, though he already knew the answer. Dr. Wu pulled out an old book from her bag. The pages were yellow and worn. "There is one way, but it requires another person, someone who shares a special connection with you, someone whose energy matches yours perfectly." "What do I need to do?" "You must find this person. They will appear in your dreams first. Then you must get them to willingly share an intimate moment with you. Only then can the healing energy transfer from them to you." Marcus felt his stomach twist. What happens to them, the other person? Dr. Wu looked away. "The spell will transfer to them. They will carry the burden instead of you." "So they will die instead of me?" "Yes," Dr. Wu said simply. "That is the price of your life." Marcus stood up and walked to the window. Rain was falling outside. The city lights blurred together in the darkness. He thought about his parents. They had died 10 years ago in a terrible accident. A drunk driver had crashed into their car. The driver's name was Robert Miller. He had survived. He had walked away with only a few cuts and bruises, while Marcus's parents died. The police said it was an accident, but Marcus knew the truth. Robert Miller was rich. He had paid money to make the case go away. He had never gone to prison. He had never paid for what he did. 3 years ago, Marcus had tracked Robert Miller down. He wanted revenge. But before he could do anything, he had a heart attack. The doctor said he would die within days. That was when he met Dr. Wu. She used her ancient healing spell to save him. She told him the spell would give him 3 years to live, 3 years to say goodbye, 3 years to get his revenge. Now, those 3 years were almost over. "Have you been dreaming?" Dr. Wu asked. "The person who can save you will appear in your dreams first." Marcus nodded slowly. "Yes, I have been dreaming about a woman. The same woman every night for the past month. She has long dark hair and a small red mark on her neck." "Then she is the one," Dr. Wu said quietly. "Find her. Make her trust you. Make her willing to be with you. That is your only chance to survive." Dr. Wu stood up and walked to the door. Before she left, she turned back one more time. "Marcus, I must tell you something important. If you truly love this woman, if your feelings for her are real, the spell might not work. The transfer only happens when there is no love involved. Do you understand?" Marcus nodded. "Don't worry. I will never love her. She is just a tool to save my life." Dr. Wu looked sad. "Be careful, Marcus. The heart does not always follow the mind." Then she left, leaving Marcus alone in the dark room. That same night, a young woman named Lily Miller walked home from her part-time job at the library. She was tired. She had been studying and working all day with barely any rest. Lily was 23 years old and in her final year at Riverside University. She was studying medicine because she wanted to help people, but life was not easy for her. Her mother had died when she was young. Her father, Robert Miller, had raised her alone. But 5 years ago,
everything changed. Her father's business failed. He started drinking. He borrowed money from dangerous people and could not pay it back. Now those dangerous people were looking for him. Lily's father was in hiding, and she had not heard from him in weeks. She was worried he might be hurt or worse. As Lily walked down the dark street, she heard footsteps behind her. She walked faster. The footsteps got faster too. "Hey, pretty girl," a man's voice called out. "Where are you going so fast?" Lily started running, but suddenly 5 men jumped out from the shadows and surrounded her. They were smiling, but their smiles were cruel. "Please," Lily said, her voice shaking. "I don't have any money. Just let me go." One of the men grabbed her arm. "Your father owes our boss money, a lot of money. If he won't pay, then you will pay instead." "No!" Lily tried to pull away, but the man's grip was too strong. "Please, don't do this." Just then, a calm voice cut through the darkness. "Let her go." Everyone turned. A tall man in a dark coat stood at the end of the alley. He looked calm and relaxed, like he was just taking an evening walk. The leader of the group laughed. "Mind your own business, rich boy. This doesn't concern you." The man in the coat smiled slightly. "Count to 10. "What?" the leader said, confused. "Count to 10, he repeated. "By the time you reach 10, all of you will be on the ground." The 5 men looked at each other and laughed. Then they all rushed at the man at once. What happened next was almost too fast to see. The man moved like water, smooth and quick. One by one, the attackers fell to the ground. Some were holding their stomachs, others were clutching their heads. None of them could stand. The whole fight was over in less than 10 seconds. The men scrambled to their feet and ran away as fast as they could, leaving Lily alone with her rescuer. Lily stared at the man in shock. Now that she could see him properly, she realized he was young, maybe in his late 20s. He had sharp features and dark eyes. There was something intense about him. "Thank you," Lily said, her voice still shaking. "Thank you so much. You saved my life." The man looked at her for a long moment. Then his eyes widened slightly, as if he was surprised by something. "You," he whispered. "It's you." Lily was confused. "Do we know each other?" But before the man could answer, he suddenly clutched his chest and fell to his knees, his face twisted in pain. Sir, what's wrong?" Lily knelt beside him, forgetting her own fear. "Are you having a heart attack?" The man could not speak. His breathing was quick and shallow. Lily quickly checked his pulse. It was racing and irregular. "Someone help! I need help here!" She started doing chest compressions, trying to remember everything she had learned in her medical classes. She breathed air into his lungs. She pressed on his chest again and again. Finally, after what felt like forever, the man's eyes opened. He was breathing again. "Don't move. An ambulance is coming. You're going to be okay." The man looked up at her. Even in his pain, there was something calculating in his eyes. "What is your name?" he asked weakly. "Lily. Lily Miller." The man's eyes widened. For a moment, something dark flashed across his face. Then he closed his eyes and passed out. The ambulance arrived soon after and took the man away. Lily went with them to the hospital, worried about the stranger who had saved her life. She had no idea that this meeting would change everything. She had no idea that the man she just saved was Marcus Chen, and she definitely had no idea that Marcus Chen had been searching for her for a very specific reason, or that her last name, Miller, meant something terrible to him. Marcus woke up in a hospital bed the next morning. His assistant, Jake Park, was sitting in a chair nearby, looking worried. "Boss, you scared me," Jake said. "When that girl called the ambulance, I thought you were going to die right there in the street." Marcus sat up slowly. His chest still hurt, but the pain was less now. "Where is she? The girl who helped me?" "She stayed until the doctors said you were stable, then she left," Jake said. "But she forgot her backpack. I have it here." Jake handed Marcus a worn blue backpack. Marcus opened it and found a student ID card. Lily Miller, age 23, student at Riverside University, Medical Department. There was a photo on the ID card. Marcus stared at it for a long time. It was definitely the woman from his dreams. The same dark hair, the same gentle eyes, and there, on her neck, was the small red birthmark that appeared in every dream. "She is the one," Marcus said quietly. "She is the person who can save my life." Jake looked uncomfortable. "Boss, there is something you should know. I did some research on her. Lily Miller is the daughter of Robert Miller." Marcus's hand tightened on the ID card. "What did you say?" "Robert Miller, the man who killed your parents 10 years ago. This girl, Lily, is his daughter." Marcus felt something cold settle in his chest. For 10 years he had hated Robert Miller. He had dreamed of revenge. And now the universe had given him the perfect tool. The girl who could save his life was also the daughter of his enemy. If he transferred the curse to her, she would die. Robert Miller would lose his daughter, just like Marcus had lost his parents. It was perfect revenge. "What are you going to do?" Jake asked carefully. Marcus looked at the photo again. In the picture, Lily was smiling. She looked kind and innocent. She had no idea who Marcus was or what her father had done. For a moment, Marcus felt something strange. It was almost like guilt, but then he remembered his parents' funeral. He remembered standing alone at their graves while Robert Miller walked free. "Find out everything about her," Marcus said coldly. "Where she goes to school, what classes she takes, what she wants in life. I need to know everything." Jake nodded and left the room. Marcus lay back down on the hospital bed and closed his eyes. He had 30 days to make Lily Miller trust him, 30 days to make her willing to be with him, 30 days to take his revenge and save his own life. It should be easy, Marcus told himself. She was poor and struggling. He was rich and powerful. He could give her everything she wanted, and when the time came, he would take what he needed and let her die. Marcus ignored the small voice in his head that whispered this was wrong. He pushed away the memory of Lily's worried face as she tried to save his life. She was Robert Miller's daughter. That was all that mattered. A few days later, Lily stood in the main hall of Riverside University. Her heart was pounding with excitement. Today was the day they would announce who got chosen for the study abroad program in Germany. This program was Lily's only hope. If she got selected, she could go to Germany for a year. She could study advanced medicine, and most importantly, she could take her father with her and escape the dangerous people looking for him.
Lily had worked so hard for 3 years. She had the highest grades in her class. She had done extra research projects. She had volunteered at hospitals. She had done everything right. "The student selected for the Germany exchange program is," the dean said from the stage, looking at his paper, "Jessica Park." Lily felt her heart drop. Jessica Park? But Jessica's grades were lower than Lily's. Jessica came from a rich family and spent most of her time shopping, not studying. Jessica walked up to the stage with a smug smile. She looked at Lily and laughed quietly. "Wait," Lily said, standing up. "Dean Roberts, I need to ask a question. My grades are higher than Jessica's. I have done more research. Why was she chosen instead of me?" The dean looked uncomfortable. "The decision has been made, Miss Miller. Please sit down." "But this is not fair," Lily said, her voice shaking. "The selection is supposed to be based on merit, on grades and achievements. I demand to see how the decision was made." Jessica crossed her arms and smiled. "Poor Lily, you actually thought you had a chance. Look at yourself. You wear the same old clothes every day. You smell like the cheap soap from the public bathroom. Do you really think the university wants someone like you representing us in Germany?" Lily's face burned with shame. Other students were starting to laugh and whisper. "Your father is a drunk who owes money everywhere," Jessica continued cruelly.
Everyone knows your family is trash. You should just drop out of school and stop wasting everyone's time." Tears filled Lily's eyes. She wanted to run away, but her feet would not move. "That's enough." A man's voice cut through the hall. Everyone turned to look. Marcus Chen walked into the hall wearing an expensive suit. He looked calm and powerful. Every eye in the room followed him. "Who are you?" Dean Roberts asked, nervously. Marcus smiled slightly. "I am Marcus Chen, the largest donor and board member of Riverside University. I own 40% of this school." The room went completely silent. Even Jessica's smug smile disappeared. Marcus walked over to the dean. "I would like to see the selection records for the Germany program, immediately." The dean's hands shook as he handed over a folder. Marcus looked through it quickly. "Interesting. According to these records, Lily Miller has a 4.0 grade average and has published 2 research papers. Jessica Park has a 3.2 average and has published nothing. Yet Jessica was chosen. Can you explain this, Dean Roberts?" The dean could not speak. His face turned red. Marcus turned to Jessica. "I also see here that your family donated $50,000 to the university last month, the same month the selection was made. That is called bribery, Miss Park." Jessica's face went white. I didn't." "Effective immediately, the selection is reversed," Marcus said firmly. "Lily Miller will go to Germany. Jessica Park, you are expelled from this university. Dean Roberts, you have 1 hour to clear out your office. You are fired." Jessica started crying and ran out of the hall. The dean tried to protest, but Marcus just looked at him coldly until he left too. Then Marcus walked over to Lily. She was still standing in the same spot, completely shocked by everything that had just happened. "Congratulations, Miss Miller," Marcus said with a smile. "You will go to Germany as planned." Lily did not know what to say. "Thank you, Mr. Chen, but why did you help me? We barely know each other." Marcus's smile did not reach his eyes. "Let's just say I believe in fairness, and I think you and I should talk in private." He handed her a business card. "Come to my office tomorrow at 3 p.m. There is something I want to discuss with you." Before Lily could respond, Marcus walked away, leaving her alone with the business card in her hand. That night, Lily could not sleep. She kept thinking about Marcus Chen. He had helped her twice now, first on the street, then at school. But something felt wrong. His smile was too cold. His eyes were too calculating. Why would such a powerful man help someone like her? What did he want in return? Lily had a bad feeling that she was about to find out. The next day, Lily arrived at the Chen Corporation building at exactly 3 p.m. The building was huge and modern, made entirely of glass and steel. Lily felt small as she walked through the fancy lobby. A secretary led her to the top floor and into Marcus's office. The room was bigger than Lily's entire apartment. One wall was entirely made of windows, showing a beautiful view of the city. Marcus was sitting behind a large desk. When Lily entered, he stood up and smiled. "Miss Miller, thank you for coming." Lily sat down in the chair across from him. "Mr. Chen, I wanted to thank you again for helping me, but I have to ask, why did you do it? What do you want from me?" Marcus sat back down and pulled out a document. "I will be direct with you, Miss Miller. I need your help with something. In return, I will give you money and protection for your father." Lily's eyes widened. "How do you know about my father?" "I know everything," Marcus said simply. "I know that Robert Miller is hiding from loan sharks who want to kill him. I know that you are trying to get him out of the country. I know that you work 3 part-time jobs to pay for school, and I know that you are desperate." Lily's face turned red. "What do you want?" Marcus pushed the document across the desk. "I want you to marry me." Lily stared at him. "What?" "It will be a temporary marriage, 1 month only. During that month, you will live with me and act as my wife. After 1 month, we will divorce. I will give you $5 million. I will also pay off all your father's debts and get him out of the country safely." Lily's head was spinning. "Why would you want to marry me? This doesn't make any sense." "My reasons are my own," I explained, coolly. "All you need to know is that this is a business deal. You help me for 1 month, and I will solve all your problems. Your father will be safe. You will have enough money to finish school and start a new life. All I ask is 1 month of your time." Lily looked at the contract. $5 million. Her father's safety. It was everything she needed. But something felt very wrong. "What if I say no?" Lily asked quietly. Marcus's smile disappeared. "Then I will tell the university that you tried to bribe me for the Germany position. The spot will go to someone else. Your father's creditors will find him within the week, and you will lose everything." Lily felt her tears in her eyes. "You are blackmailing me." "I am giving you a choice between saving your father or letting him die. I already know what you will choose." Lily looked at the contract again. She thought about her father. He had raised her alone after her mother died. He had worked hard to give her a good life. Yes, he had made mistakes. Yes, he had problems, but he was still her father. She could not let him die. "What exactly would I have to do?" Lily asked, her voice barely above a whisper. "Live with me, attend events with me, act like a normal married couple in public, all the time. Pause. And at the end of the month, we will need to be intimate. Once, that is all." Lily's hands shook as she picked up the pen. She knew this was wrong. She knew Marcus was manipulating her. But what choice did she have? "I will do it," Lily said, "but only for my father. I want you to know that I hate you for forcing me into this." Marcus watched her sign the contract. For a moment, something flickered in his eyes. It might have been guilt, but it passed quickly.
"A car will pick you up tonight," Marcus said. "Bring whatever you need. From now on, you will live in my house." Lily stood up and walked to the door. Before she left, she turned back one more time. "Mr. Chen, I don't know what you are planning, but I want you to know something. Whatever game you are playing, whatever you want from me, I will survive it. And when this month is over, I will walk away and never think about you again." Marcus said nothing. He just watched her leave with that same cold smile on his face. What Lily did not know was that Marcus had no intention of letting her walk away. In 1 month, she would be dead. The curse would transfer to her, and Marcus would finally have his revenge against Robert Miller. Everything was going according to plan. Or so Marcus thought. That evening, a black luxury car arrived at Lily's small apartment. The driver loaded her 2 bags into the trunk. Everything Lily owned fit into 2 bags. As the car drove through the city, Lily looked out the window. She was leaving behind the only life she had ever known. She was moving into the house of a man she barely knew, a man who was forcing her into marriage for reasons she did not understand. After about an hour, the car stopped in front of a massive mansion. Lily had never seen such a big house before. It had tall white columns and beautiful gardens. It looked like something from a movie. Marcus was waiting at the front door. "Welcome," he said. "This is your home now, for the next month anyway." A housekeeper took Lily's bags and led her inside. The house was even more beautiful on the inside. Everything looked expensive and perfect, but it also felt cold and empty, like no one really lived there. "This will be your bedroom," Marcus said, opening a door on the 2nd floor. The room was huge. It had a big bed, a private bathroom, and windows that looked out over the garden. It was nicer than any place Lily had ever stayed. "Where is your bedroom?" Lily asked.
Marcus pointed to a door across the hall. "Right there. Don't worry, I won't bother you until it's time." The way he said it made Lily feel cold. She knew what he meant by "until it's time." At the end of the month, they would have to be intimate. That was part of the deal. "There are some rules. You can go anywhere in this house except my private office on the 3rd floor. You will attend any social events I need you at, and in public you will act like a happy wife. Can you do that?" "Yes," Lily said quietly. Marcus nodded. "Good. I have some work to do. The housekeeper will bring you dinner. Get some rest." He left, closing the door behind him. Lily sat down on the bed and looked around the beautiful room. Then she started to cry. She felt trapped. She felt scared. She did not know what Marcus really wanted from her, but she knew it was something bad, something dangerous. But what could she do? If she ran away, her father would die. She had no choice but to see this through. Lily wiped her tears and stood up. She would not let Marcus break her. She would survive this month, and then she would leave and never look back. She had to stay strong, for her father, for herself. Lily could not sleep that night. The bed was comfortable, but her mind would not stop racing. She kept thinking about Marcus and his cold eyes. She kept wondering what he was really planning. Around midnight, Lily heard a loud crash from somewhere in the house. Lily sat up in bed, her heart pounding. Another crash, then a sound like someone moaning in pain. Lily got out of bed and opened her door carefully. The hallway was dark. She walked toward the sound, her hands shaking. The sounds were coming from Marcus's room. Lily hesitated. Should she check on him, or should she go back to her room and pretend she heard nothing? But what if he was hurt? What if he was having another heart attack like that night on the street? Lily knocked on his door. "Mr. Chen, are you okay?" No answer, just another crash and a groan of pain. Lily opened the door. Marcus was on the floor next to his bed. He was clutching his chest and breathing hard. There was broken glass all around him from a water glass he had knocked over. "Mr. Chen!" Lily ran to him and knelt down. "What's wrong? Should I call a doctor?" "No doctor," Marcus gasped. "They can't help. Just stay." Lily checked his pulse. It was racing again, just like that night on the street. She remembered the pressure point technique her father had taught her. "Let me try something," Lily said. She gently pressed on the spot near Marcus's wrist. Slowly, Marcus's breathing started to calm down. The pain in his face began to fade. After a few minutes, he could sit up. "How did you do that?" Marcus asked. He was looking at Lily differently now, with surprise instead of coldness. "My father taught me some old healing techniques when I was young. He learned them from his grandfather. I don't really understand how they work, but they seem to help with pain." Marcus stared at her for a long moment. Then he looked away. "You should go back to your room," he said. "Are you sure you're okay? Maybe you should see a doctor. This looks serious." "I'm fine," Marcus said coldly. "Go." Lily stood up and walked back to her room. As she closed her door, she wondered about Marcus's condition. What was wrong with him? Why did he keep having these terrible attacks? And why did he refuse to see doctors? Something strange was going on. Lily was sure of it. The next morning, Lily woke up to find an old woman in the kitchen. She was wearing traditional clothes and had long gray hair. Her eyes were sharp and intelligent. "Good morning," the woman said. "I am Dr. Wu. I take care of Marcus's special condition." Lily shook her hand politely. "Nice to meet you. Are you a heart doctor?" Dr. Wu smiled mysteriously. "I am a doctor of things that regular medicine cannot fix. Come, sit with me. I need to talk to you about Marcus." They sat down at the kitchen table. Dr. Wu poured tea for both of them. Lily, do you know why Marcus married you? Dr. Wu asked directly. He said it was a business deal, Lily said carefully, but I think there's more to it. I just don't know what. Dr. Wu nodded. You are right. There is much more to it. Marcus is dying, Lily. He has less than a month to live. Lily's hand shook, spilling some tea. What? But he's so young. What's wrong with him? 3 years ago, Marcus had a severe heart condition. He was going to die. I used an ancient healing method to save him, but that method was temporary. It only gave him 3 years. Now, those 3 years are ending. Can't you do the healing method again? Lily asked. It doesn't work that way. The healing can only be done once. But there is another way to save Marcus. He needs to transfer the healing burden to someone else. Transfer? How? Dr. Wu looked into Lily's eyes. Through an intimate connection with someone who matches his energy. Someone like you, Lily. You are the only person who can save him. Lily stood up quickly. No, he can't force me to do that just to save himself. There's something else you should know, Dr. Wu said seriously. If Marcus transfers the healing to you, you will take his place. The burden will become yours. What does that mean? Lily asked, though she was afraid of the answer. It means you will die instead of him, Dr. Wu said quietly. The transfer is a life for a life. One person lives, the other dies. There is no other way. Lily felt like she could not breathe. So that's why he married me. He's planning to kill me to save himself. Dr. Wu did not deny it. I am telling you this because I believe you deserve to know the truth. What you do with this information is your choice. Why are you telling me? Lily asked. Aren't you Marcus's doctor? Shouldn't you want him to survive? I care about Marcus, Dr. Wu said, but I also care about doing what is right. Killing an innocent person to save another is not right, even if I understand why Marcus wants to do it. What do you mean? Lily asked. Dr. Wu hesitated. I should not say more, but you should know that Marcus has his reasons for choosing you specifically, reasons connected to your family. Before Lily could ask more questions, Dr. Wu stood up and left the kitchen. Lily sat alone at the table, her mind spinning. Marcus was planning to kill her. He had married her just to transfer some kind of curse or healing burden to her. She had to escape. She had to leave this house before it was too late. But what about her father? If she ran away, Marcus would stop protecting him. The loan sharks would find him and kill him. Lily put her head in her hands. She was trapped. No matter what she did, someone she loved would die. Lily spent the rest of the day thinking about what Dr. Wu had told her. Marcus was planning to kill her. She had to escape somehow. That evening she called her father from her room. She made sure to speak quietly so no one could hear. Dad, where are you? Lily whispered into the phone. Lily, thank God you called. Listen to me carefully. You need to stay away from Marcus Chen. He's dangerous. I know, Dad. I'm living in his house. He forced me to marry him. There was a long silence. Then Robert Miller spoke again, his voice shaking. Lily, I need to tell you something. Something I should have told you a long time ago. What is it? 10 years ago, I was driving home from a business party. I had been drinking. I shouldn't have been driving, but I did anyway. I hit another car. A couple died in that accident. Their names were David and Sarah Chen. Chen? Like Marcus Chen? Yes, her father said quietly. They were his parents. Marcus was only 18 years old when I killed them. I paid money to make the case go away. I never went to prison. I've been living with that guilt ever since.
Lily could not believe what she was hearing. So Marcus knows? He knows you killed his parents? Yes, that's why he married you, Lily. He wants revenge. He wants to hurt you by hurting me. You need to run away, now, before it's too late. But what about you? Lily asked. If I run, those loan sharks will find you. I deserve whatever happens to me, Robert said, but you don't. You were just a child when this happened. You're innocent. Please, Lily, save yourself. Lily heard voices in the background on her father's phone. Then she heard him scream. "Dad! Dad!" Lily shouted, but the line went dead. Lily's hands were shaking as she tried to call back. No answer. She tried again and again. Nothing. Someone had found her father. The loan sharks had caught him. Lily ran out of her room and down the stairs. She had to find Marcus. He said he would protect her father. Maybe he could still help. She found Marcus in his study, working on his laptop. "My father," Lily said breathlessly. "Someone took him. You promised to protect him. Please, you have to help." Marcus looked up at her. His face was cold and emotionless. "I know. I was the one who told them where to find him." Lily felt like she had been punched in the stomach. "What?" "Your father killed my parents," Marcus said calmly. "Did you really think I would protect him? I wanted him to suffer, and I wanted you to watch." Lily's legs felt weak. She sat down in a chair, unable to stand. "You lied to me. Everything was a lie." "Yes," Marcus said, "I lied. I used you, and in a few weeks, when I transfer the curse to you, you will die. That is my revenge. Your father will lose his daughter, just like I lost my parents." Lily looked up at him with tears in her eyes. "I never did anything to hurt you. I was 13 years old when your parents died. Why do I have to pay for my father's mistakes?" For a moment, something flickered in Marcus's eyes. It might have been guilt, but it disappeared quickly. "Because you have his blood. That's enough." Lily stood up and walked to the door. When she reached it, she turned back. "My father was right about one thing. He deserves to be punished for what he did. But you're wrong if you think killing me will make you feel better. Revenge won't bring your parents back. It will just make you into a murderer like him." She left the study, leaving Marcus alone with her words. The next morning, Marcus told Lily they were going on a trip. Dr. Wu had said there was a special place in the mountains where the curse transfer would work best. Lily did not want to go, but she had no choice. She was trapped in this situation. They drove for several hours into the mountains. The road got narrower and steeper. Finally, they reached a small village hidden in the forest. "This is where Dr. Wu comes from. There's a special pool here, a cold water pool with healing properties. That's where we need to go." As they walked through the village, Lily noticed old buildings and people wearing traditional clothes. It felt like stepping back in time. Suddenly, Marcus stopped walking. He clutched his chest and fell to his knees. "Marcus!" Lily ran to him. Even though she was angry at him, she could not watch him suffer. His face was twisted in pain. His breathing was shallow and fast. This attack looked worse than the others. "The pool," Marcus gasped. "Need to get to the pool." Lily looked around. She saw a path leading into the forest. "Is it that way?" Marcus nodded weakly. Lily helped him stand up. She put his arm around her shoulders and started walking toward the forest. Marcus was tall and heavy, and every step was difficult, but Lily kept going. "Why are you helping me?" Marcus asked through his pain. I told you I'm going to kill you.
Because I'm not like you, Lily said. I can't watch someone die, even if that person wants to hurt me. That's what makes me different from my father, and different from you. They finally reached a clearing in the forest. In the middle was a large pool of crystal clear water. The water looked cold and deep. Lily helped Marcus sit down by the edge of the pool. His breathing was getting worse. His lips were turning blue. "The transfer," Marcus whispered. "We need to do it now, in the water, or I'll die." Lily looked at the pool. If she went in there with Marcus, if they completed the transfer, she would die. The curse would pass to her, and Marcus would live. But if she did nothing, Marcus would die right here, right now. Lily thought about everything that had happened. Marcus had lied to her. He had used her. He had betrayed her father. He planned to kill her. But she also remembered the times he had helped her. He had saved her from those men on the street. He had given her the study abroad position. He had protected her from Jessica and the corrupt dean. And she remembered how vulnerable he looked during his attacks, how human he seemed when he was in pain. "Lily," Marcus gasped, "please, I don't want to die." Lily made her decision. She could not let him die, even knowing what it would cost her. "Okay," she said quietly, "I'll do it." She helped Marcus into the cold water. Then she got in too. The water was freezing, taking her breath away. Marcus pulled her close. "Thank you," he whispered. "I'm sorry." Then he kissed her. Lily felt something strange happening, a warm energy flowing from her body into Marcus's. The water around them started to glow with a soft blue light. The transfer was happening. The curse was moving from Marcus to Lily. But then something unexpected happened. The blue light flickered and started to fade. The energy flow stopped. Marcus pulled away, confused. "What's wrong? Why did it stop?" They climbed out of the pool. Marcus still looked sick, but the attack had passed. He was alive, but the curse had not fully transferred. Dr. Wu appeared from the forest path. She had been watching. "The transfer failed," Dr. Wu said. "Do you know why?" Marcus shook his head. "Because you have feelings for her," Dr. Wu explained. "I told you before, the transfer only works when there is no love involved. But somewhere in your heart, Marcus, you started to care about Lily. That's why the curse could not fully move to her." Marcus stared at Lily. Could it be true? Had he actually started to care about the daughter of his enemy? "The curse has partially transferred," Dr. Wu continued. "About half of it moved to Lily. This means both of you are now cursed. You both have about 3 to 5 years to live, unless you find another way." Lily felt weak. She sat down on the ground, trying to understand what had just happened. She was cursed now too. She was going to die in a few years. And it was all because she had tried to save Marcus. They returned to the mansion in silence. Neither Marcus nor Lily spoke during the long drive back. When they arrived home, Lily went straight to her room. She lay on her bed and stared at the ceiling. She was cursed now. She would die in a few years, and there was nothing she could do about it. A knock on her door interrupted her thoughts. "Come in," Lily said. Marcus entered. He looked different somehow, less cold, more human. "I need to tell you something," Marcus said. "Your father, he's alive." Lily sat up quickly. "What?" "I lied when I said I gave him to the loan sharks," Marcus admitted. "I was angry. I wanted to hurt you. But the truth is, I have him in a safe location. He's been there this whole time." "Why are you telling me this now?" Lily asked. Marcus looked away. "Because you saved my life. Even after everything I did to you, you still tried to save me. That means something." He pulled out his phone and showed Lily a video. It showed her father in a comfortable room, safe and healthy. Lily felt tears of relief. "Thank you." "I'm also going to find a way to break your curse," Marcus said.
Dr. Wu says there might be special herbs that can help, or maybe even a heart transplant. I will find every doctor and healer in the world if I have to. I will save you, Lily. I promise." "Why?" Lily asked. "You wanted revenge. You wanted me to die." Marcus sat down on the edge of her bed. "I thought I did. I spent 10 years hating your father. When I found out you were his daughter, I thought it was perfect. I could get my revenge and save my own life at the same time." He paused. "But then I got to know you. I saw how hard you work, how kind you are even to people who hurt you, how you care about your father despite his mistakes. You're nothing like him, Lily. You're good and pure, and You what?" Lily asked softly. "I think I'm falling in love with you," Marcus said quietly. "I know I have no right to feel this way. I know I don't deserve your forgiveness, but it's true." Lily did not know what to say. Part of her wanted to be angry. Marcus had lied to her. He had used her. He had tried to kill her. But another part of her understood. She understood his pain. She understood his anger. And she could not deny that she had feelings for him, too. "I don't know if I can forgive you," Lily said honestly. "What you did was terrible, but I also understand why you did it, and maybe with time we can find a way forward." Marcus nodded. "That's all I can ask for. Time." He stood up and walked to the door. Before he left, he turned back one more time. "Lily, I will spend the rest of my life making this up to you, however long that life may be. I promise." Over the next few weeks, things slowly changed between Lily and Marcus. They started eating meals together. They talked about their lives and their dreams. They even laughed sometimes. Marcus was searching everywhere for a cure to break Lily's curse. He hired the best doctors. He sent people to find rare herbs. He was spending millions of dollars trying to save her. Lily went back to her medical studies. She was determined to use whatever time she had left to learn and help others. One day, Lily was at the university library when someone sat down next to her. It was a man she had never seen before. He looked young, maybe in his early 30s, with friendly eyes and a warm smile. "Excuse me," the man said, "are you Lily Miller?" "Yes," Lily said cautiously. "Do I know you?" "My name is Dr. James Wright," the man said. "I work for a pharmaceutical company. I've been following your research work. You're very talented." Lily was surprised. "Thank you. But how did you know about my research?" "I make it my business to find the best young medical minds," Dr. Wright said. "I have a proposition for you. My company is working on experimental treatments for heart conditions. I think you would be perfect for our team." Heart conditions. Lily's interest was immediately caught. Maybe this company could help with her curse. "What kind of treatments?" Lily asked. Dr. Wright smiled. "Why don't we discuss it over coffee? I have some information that might interest you." Something felt off about this man, but Lily was desperate. She agreed to meet him at a nearby coffee shop. What Lily did not know was that Dr. Wright was not really a doctor. He was working for the Chen family relatives, the same relatives who had tried to hurt Marcus at the university ceremony. These relatives wanted Marcus dead so they could take over the Chen fortune. When they found out Marcus had shared his curse with Lily, they saw an opportunity. If they could separate Marcus and Lily, if they could make sure they never found a cure, then both of them would die, and the Chen fortune would be theirs. Dr. Wright's job was simple: get close to Lily, make her trust him, and then destroy any chance of her finding a cure. At the coffee shop, Dr. Wright told Lily about a new treatment his company was developing. It sounded promising, maybe even good enough to break the curse. "There's just one problem," Dr. Wright said. "The treatment only works if the patient is completely free from any magical or spiritual influences. Things like curses can interfere with the medicine." "What do you mean?" Lily asked.
Well, I've heard rumors that you're married to Marcus Chen, Dr. Wright said carefully, and I've heard that Marcus has some kind of spiritual condition. If you're connected to him in any way, the treatment might not work on you. Lily felt her heart sink. So what are you saying? I'm saying you might need to distance yourself from Marcus, Dr. Wright said. Maybe even leave him. It's the only way the treatment will work. Lily went home that night feeling confused. Should she believe Dr. Wright? Could his treatment really save her? Would she have to leave Marcus to survive? Meanwhile, Marcus was dealing with his own problems. His relatives had started spreading rumors about him. They told everyone that Marcus was mentally unstable, that he was making bad business decisions, that he was not fit to run the Chen Corporation. Some board members were starting to believe the rumors. They were calling for Marcus to step down as CEO. Marcus was stressed and exhausted. His health was getting worse, and now he had to fight to keep control of his own company. One night, Lily found Marcus in his study. He was coughing up blood. "Marcus!" Lily ran to him. "You need to go to the hospital." "No hospital," Marcus said weakly. "They can't help me. You know that." Lily felt helpless. She used the pressure point technique her father had taught her, but it barely helped this time. The curse was getting stronger. "Marcus, maybe we should try that treatment Dr. Wright told me about." "Dr. Wright?" Marcus looked suspicious. "Who is that?" Lily explained about the doctor she had met and his experimental treatment. Marcus's face went dark. "Lily, that man is not a doctor. I know who he is. He's working for my relatives. They're trying to kill us both so they can take my fortune." "What? But he seemed so genuine." "That's how con artists work. They seem genuine. Lily, you cannot trust anyone except Dr. Wu and Jake. Everyone else might be working for my relatives." Lily felt foolish. She had almost fallen for Dr. Wright's lies. "I'm sorry," Lily said. "I was just trying to find a cure." Marcus pulled her close. "I know, but we have to be careful. My relatives are dangerous. They will do anything to get what they want." A few days later, Lily was walking home from the university when a car pulled up next to her. Before she could react, two men jumped out and grabbed her. "Let me go!" Lily screamed, trying to fight back. But the men were too strong. They pulled a bag over her head and threw her into the car. Lily could not see anything. She could only feel the car moving fast. They drove for what felt like hours. Finally, the car stopped. The men dragged Lily out and took off the bag. She was in an old warehouse on the edge of the city. Standing in front of her was a group of well-dressed people. They were Marcus's relatives, the same people who wanted him dead. "Lily Miller, or should I say Mrs. Chen, we need to have a talk." "What do you want?" Lily asked, trying to sound brave. "We want you to leave Marcus. Divorce him. Disappear. If you do that, we'll give you $10 million. You can save your father and start a new life somewhere far away." "And if I refuse?" Lily asked. "Then we'll kill your father, and then we'll kill you. Marcus will be heartbroken, his health will fail, and he'll die too. Either way, we win."
Lily felt scared, but she refused to show it. "I won't leave Marcus. He needs me." "How touching," the man said. "You actually care about him, even though he tried to kill you, even though he used you for revenge. Love really does make people stupid." "Love also makes people strong," Lily said. "Marcus and I will survive this together, and you will fail." The man's smile disappeared. "Take her to the back room. Make sure she can't escape. We'll send Marcus a message. If he wants to see his wife alive, he'll have to give up the company." The men grabbed Lily again and dragged her to a small room in the back of the warehouse. They locked her inside. Lily looked around the room. There was one small window high on the wall. Maybe she could escape through it. She started stacking boxes to reach the window. It was hard work, but she was determined. She had to get out. She had to warn Marcus. Meanwhile, Marcus had just received a message.
It was a photo of Lily tied up in the warehouse, along with a note demanding he give up control of Chen Corporation. Marcus felt rage like he had never felt before. How dare they touch Lily? How dare they hurt the woman he loved? "Jake, get the car," Marcus ordered, "and call every security guard we have. We're going to get Lily back." "Boss, you're not well enough to fight," Jake said worriedly. "Let me handle this." "No," Marcus said firmly. "Lily is my wife, my responsibility. I will save her myself." They traced the photo to an old warehouse on the east side of the city. Marcus and his security team arrived within an hour. The warehouse was guarded by several of his relatives' men, but Marcus's team was bigger and better trained. Within minutes, they had overpowered the guards and entered the building. Marcus searched every room, calling Lily's name. Finally, he found the locked door at the back. He kicked the door open, but the room was empty. The window was open, and boxes were stacked beneath it. Lily had escaped on her own. Marcus ran outside and looked around. In the distance, he saw a figure running down the street. It was Lily. "Lily!" Marcus shouted. She turned around and saw him. Relief flooded her face. She ran back toward him. When they reached each other, Marcus pulled Lily into his arms and held her tight. "Are you okay? Did they hurt you?" "I'm fine. I escaped through the window. Marcus, your relatives, they want to kill us both. They want your company." "I know, but they made a mistake. They threatened the one person I care about most in this world. Now I'm going to destroy them." Over the next few days, Marcus gathered evidence against his relatives. He found proof of their illegal activities. He found documents showing how they had been stealing from the company for years. Marcus took everything to the police. His relatives were arrested. Some would go to prison. Others would lose everything they had. The Chen Corporation was finally safe. Marcus was finally safe. But they and Lily were still cursed. They still had limited time left to live.
One morning, Dr. Wu came to visit with exciting news. "I found something," she said, pulling out an old book. "There might be a way to break the curse after all." Marcus and Lily both sat up straight. "What is it?" they asked together. "There's a rare plant that grows in the mountains of Tibet," Dr. Wu explained. "It's called the golden life flower. It only blooms once every 10 years. If we can find it and use it in a special ceremony, it might be able to break the curse completely." "When does it bloom?" Marcus asked. "According to my sources, there should be one blooming right now," Dr. Wu said. "But we have to hurry. The flower only stays in bloom for 3 days." Marcus immediately started making arrangements. He hired a helicopter. He packed supplies. He was ready to leave within hours. "I'm coming with you," Lily said. "It's too dangerous," Marcus protested. "The mountains are harsh. The weather is unpredictable." "I don't care," Lily said firmly. "We're in this together. If there's a chance to break the curse, I want to be there. I want to help." Marcus looked at her for a long moment. Then he smiled. "Okay, we'll go together." They flew to Tibet and then took a jeep as far as they could into the mountains. After that, they had to climb on foot. The climb was difficult. The air was thin. The paths were steep and dangerous. Both Marcus and Lily felt weak from the curse. But they kept going. They helped each other. When Marcus felt too weak to continue, Lily encouraged him. When Lily wanted to give up, Marcus carried her. After 2 days of climbing, they finally reached the spot Dr. Wu had described. It was a small meadow high in the mountains, surrounded by snow. And there, growing in the middle of the meadow, was the golden life flower. It was the most beautiful thing Lily had ever seen. The petals were pure gold and seemed to glow with their own light.
The flower gave off a gentle warmth that made them both feel better just by being near it. Marcus carefully picked the flower. According to Dr. Wu's instructions, they needed to eat the petals together under the full moon. They set up camp and waited for nightfall. As the sun set, the full moon rose above the mountains. It was perfect timing. Marcus and Lily sat together under the moonlight. They each took half of the flower's petals. "Ready?" Marcus asked, holding Lily's hand. "Ready," Lily said. They ate the petals together. The taste was sweet and warm. Immediately, they felt a strange sensation spreading through their bodies. The curse was breaking. They could feel it dissolving, disappearing like ice melting in the sun. When it was over, Marcus and Lily looked at each other. They could both feel it. The curse was gone. They were free. Marcus pulled Lily close and kissed her. "We did it," he whispered. "We're going to live." Lily kissed him back, tears of joy streaming down her face. "Together," she said. "Together we did it."
When they returned home, Marcus had a surprise for Lily. He had arranged for her to see her father. Robert Miller was staying in a comfortable apartment that Marcus owned. He looked healthier than Lily had seen him in years. He had stopped drinking. He had been going to therapy. "Dad!" Lily ran into his arms. "Lily, my dear girl," Robert said, holding her tight. "I'm so sorry for everything. I'm sorry for the mistakes I made. I'm sorry for the pain I caused you." "It's okay, Dad," Lily said. "I forgive you." Marcus stood in the doorway, watching them. Robert saw him and his face went pale. "Marcus Chen," Robert said quietly, "I know who you are. I know what I did to your parents. I have no excuse. If you want to punish me, I understand. I deserve it." Marcus walked into the room. For a moment, no one spoke. The tension was heavy. "I spent 10 years hating you," Marcus said finally. "I wanted you to suffer. I wanted revenge. I even tried to hurt your daughter to get back at you." Robert looked at Lily in horror. "What did he do to you?" "It's complicated," Lily said, "but it's over now, and everything turned out okay." Marcus continued. "But then I got to know Lily. She taught me something important. She taught me that carrying hate only hurts the person carrying it. Revenge doesn't bring back the people we lost. It just creates more pain." He paused. "What you did was terrible. You killed my parents. You destroyed my childhood, and I will never forget that. But Lily loves you, and I love Lily, so I have to find a way to let go of my hate." Robert had tears in his eyes. "I don't deserve your forgiveness. What I did was unforgivable." "You're right," Marcus said. "It is unforgivable, but I'm not forgiving you for your sake. I'm forgiving you for my sake, and for Lily's sake, because holding on to anger was killing me, and I want to live now. I want to be happy." He held out his hand. "I will never forget what you did, but I'm choosing to move forward instead of looking back. For Lily." Robert looked at Marcus's hand for a long moment. Then he shook it, tears streaming down his face. "Thank you," Robert whispered. "I will spend the rest of my life trying to be a better man. I promise." Lily watched this moment with tears of her own. This was what true strength looked like. Not revenge, not hate, but forgiveness. A few months later, Marcus and Lily had a real wedding. Not a forced marriage for revenge, not a business deal, but a real celebration of their love. The ceremony was held in a beautiful garden. All their friends were there. Jake stood as Marcus's best man. Dr. Wu was there, smiling proudly. Even Robert Miller attended, though he stayed quiet in the back, grateful just to see his daughter happy. Lily wore a simple white dress. She looked beautiful. Marcus wore a dark suit and could not stop smiling. When it was time for their vows, Marcus spoke first. Lily, when we first met, I saw you as a tool, a way to get revenge, a way to save my own life. I thought I could use you and then discard you without feeling anything. He paused, emotion thick in his voice. But you changed everything. You showed me what real strength looks like. You showed me that kindness is not weakness. You taught me how to forgive, and most importantly, you taught me how to love. I don't deserve you, Marcus continued. I know that, but I promise to spend every day of the rest of my life trying to be worthy of you. I promise to protect you, support you, and love you with everything I have. You saved my life, Lily, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. You made me want to be a better man. There were tears in Lily's eyes as she spoke her vows. Marcus, when we met, I was scared. You forced me into marriage. You threatened me. You planned to kill me. I had every reason to hate you. But somewhere along the way, I saw the real you. I saw the hurt child who lost his parents. I saw the man carrying the weight of anger and pain. And I saw the person you could become if someone just showed you a different way. You are not a perfect man, Marcus Chen, Lily said with a smile, but you are my man. You are the person I choose to spend my life with, not because I have to, not because of money or obligation, but because I love you. With all your flaws and all your past mistakes, I love you. The officiant smiled. I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. Marcus pulled Lily close and kissed her. Everyone clapped and cheered. This was not the wedding Marcus had originally planned. There was no curse transfer, no revenge, no death. This was something better. This was real love. 5 years later, Lily stood in her office at the Riverside Medical Center. She was now a full doctor, specializing in heart conditions. She had helped develop new treatments that saved many lives. Marcus had transformed the Chen Corporation into a force for good. He donated millions to charity every year. He built hospitals and schools. He helped people who were struggling, just like Lily had once struggled. They had a beautiful daughter named Sarah, named after Marcus's mother. She had Lily's gentle eyes and Marcus's strong spirit. Robert Miller had stayed sober and had found peace. He spent his days volunteering and helping others overcome addiction. He was finally the father Lily had always needed.
Dr. Wu visited often. She loved playing with little Sarah and telling her stories about ancient magic and healing. One evening, Marcus and Lily sat together on their porch, watching the sunset. Sarah was playing in the garden. "Do you ever think about how we started?" Lily asked. "How I was supposed to die so you could live?" Marcus pulled her close. "Every day. And every day I'm grateful that things worked out differently. If I had gone through with my plan, I would have survived, but I would have been dead inside. Empty. Alone. Instead, I have you," Marcus continued. "I have Sarah. I have a family. I have a purpose. You gave me a life worth living, Lily. A real life, not just existence." Lily smiled and kissed him. "We gave each other a real life. Together." Little Sarah ran up to them, holding a flower she had picked. "Mummy, Daddy, look what I found." Marcus picked up his daughter and spun her around, making her laugh. Lily watched them with joy in her heart. This was happiness, real happiness, not bought with money or gained through revenge, but earned through love, forgiveness, and second chances. They had both started in darkness, Marcus with his anger and pain, Lily with her fear and desperation. But they had found their way to the light. Together.
And that made all the difference.